Hello there everyone, hope you're okay. It's me, DC Wood. For my birthday, I got something I did not expect. This was very, very cool, and I'm so thankful to my family for getting me this. Yep, indeedy do. It's the James Bond Aston Martin DB5, the Lego Creator set, and I think it's time I started putting this together, I think. Right, so there we have it. I had heard of this set before online. I'd seen it for sale on Amazon, but I certainly wasn't expecting to get this for my birthday. It's absolutely fantastic. I mean, just look at that. It's absolutely magnificent. I mean, the Aston Martin DB5, as we know, is the definitive Bond car from Goldfinger. I'm so glad that it appeared in Skyfall, and I'm really glad to have this in my set. I love Lego, obviously, as much as anyone else, and I thought I'd do a video diary of putting this together and see how we get on. Now, I have actually started opening the box because I wanted to take a look at the instruction manual before I started getting all the Lego pieces itself out of the box. And I have had a few of these Lego Creator sets, the Lego Ideas stuff in the past, and they really do such a great job of putting together these instruction manuals. Are so much more in depth than the other basic Lego sets, basic Lego instructions. And as we can see here, it really does keep up with the theme of James Bond. For your eyes only, classified from Q branch, military intelligence MI6. It's just absolutely fantastic, and of course it's absolutely incredible. It really is so in depth and wonderful. And as we'll just take a quick look inside before we get all the pieces out. So in depth, really in depth, and of course it's written in both English and French as well, and it covers the history of the film and the details behind the cars, and the list of films that the car actually appeared in as well. It's just simply sensational blueprints of the cars, and it also details the special features. So according to these instructions, everything is here. So obviously the doors open, the boot and the bonnet open, and of course there's it gives you details on the gadgets as well, how to put together everything, the ejector seat, the machine guns, the revolving number plates, the bulletproof shield at the back, the tire slashers as well. Here's an example of the battering rams working as well, and it's just, my word, it's just incredible, really incredible to look at. Now, as I said, I took the instructions out so that I could have a proper study of everything and what it all looks together when it's finished. And obviously there are the stickers. Here are the stickers as well. Yep. So we'll make a start on getting all the pieces out, and then we'll put it together and see what the end result looks like. Hi there everyone, it's DC Wood on day 2 of the Aston Martin DB5 Lego set build that I got for my birthday. I've had to leave it, put it on hold after I put together all the pieces from the stage 1 bags. Because I'd underestimated just how long it was going to take me to build this thing. Basically, this took 1 to 2 hours for me to get this far. It's definitely one of the most advanced builds I've ever done in a Lego set, and there's so much going on, there's so many components, and basically this is the chassis that I've completed so far, and obviously the rest is follow. We can see the little gear stick, which is obviously, I think, going to be going to activate the rotating number plates and the bumpers and some of the other gadgets, I think. And obviously this is the mechanism for the ejector seat. This is very complex, very intricate piece of stuff that was going on, and this is where I'm up to so far. So we're going to carry on building and see how far we get up to now. Okay, stage 2 now is complete of this massive build, and as we can see that it's starting to take a lot more shape now. As we can see here, the headlights and the rear bumper are complete. The boot is now starting to take shape. The mechanisms for the bulletproof shield and the ejector seat are starting to become more hidden by the rest of the build. As we can see, we've got the wheel arches there. The axles are just about complete for the wheels to go on there. The doors are actually complete and are in position now, as is the secret compartment for the hidden telephone. We've got the steering wheel and the handbrake there, and also, if I just flip this on quickly, yeah, we can see that the onboard radar or sat nav, before sat nav was invented, is actually there, which is all good. So it's all coming along quite nicely. Still got more of a front to do, obviously, but it really is taking shape now. So we'll just open up all the 3 bags and then get to work on stage 3. Hello there everyone, stage 3 has long been complete, and as we can see, the Aston Martin DB5 in Lego form has really taken shape now. Most of the bodywork has been sorted, most of the boot has been complete. We've got the rear headlights and the back, and we've got the exhausts, most of the ejector seat mechanism as well hidden. As we can see, the engine has been constructed and installed, and obviously we've got the headlights and the radiator grille, we've got the bumper, and we've got the rotating number plate in position. We've also got the headlights, and the machine guns have been installed as well. So it's all looking positive. And now we're on to stage 4 and see how well this goes on. Right, here we go. As we can see, the Aston Martin DB5 is finally finished. Oh my word. This took approximately 7 hours in total build time, building when I could to get it all finished. And as you can see, it was time well spent. This is an absolutely beautiful, beautiful thing that has been assembled here. And as you can see from the detail sideways view, it looks absolutely amazing. From every angle you look at it, it looks like a fantastic replica of the actual DB5 from Goldfinger. And I'll just show a little few examples of could do a complete turnaround of the what the model actually looks like, and that's the front view, and then we'll talk through the gadgets, shall we? Now, first things first, yes, we have the revolving number plates there. So you just turn it around like that, and before you know it, you can change number plates. And incidentally, yes, you can do it on the back as well. I'll just turn that one around as well. It turns around much more easily on the back than at the front, but it's still good, it's still okay. And I'll just open up the bonnet now of the car. As you can see, the bonnet opens up very nicely indeed, and that's a shot of the engine inside. The engine looks absolutely amazing. The detail, the construction, everything is so intricate here. And when I was building this, all the mechanisms and everything, it was really quite fiddly, so advanced. This is easily the most advanced bit of Lego I've ever put together, but it all came together brilliantly in the end. And as we can see, the boot opens up very nicely. It goes right over the bulletproof shield at the back of the car, which I'll open up in a moment to show all the gadgets. And as we can see, the doors open very nicely indeed, very well hinged. That one and that one. And as we can see, there's a nice little compartment here, which we take that out and the telephone is revealed. Right, well, I'll try and take the roof off as well. Right, and I'll show the ejector seat as well in a moment. Right, this is quite fiddly, this is. Right, but relatively simple to put things back to where they're supposed to be. Right, now as we can see, the seats are all very nice indeed, and I'll try and get a close-up of the inside. Now as we can see, we've got speed dials in there, the gear stick and the steering wheel all moves up very nicely. It's in position, and we just flick that gear there, and we can see, quickly get a shot, and we can see that the radar screen also pops up. Sat nav, before sat nav was invented. And the passenger seats, both the seats, the seat for the driver and the seats, all come together brilliantly. That's just a brief look at the mechanism inside for the ejector seat. And don't worry, we'll talk about the gadgets in just a moment. I'm just going to carefully put this back on. Carefully put the roof back on. There we go. Yep, and there we go. That's the roof back on now. Right, now, what's the first gadget we should talk about? I suppose the first gadget we should talk about is the machine guns. Now, these do work but this is a very tricky, this is the trickiest thing to operate. Now, the gear lever, the idea is, it said in the instructions, but if you wiggle it like that, then you would make the guns pop out. But the gear lever is very stiff when everything is all put together, and I really didn't feel like exerting any pressure on the gear stick because I was afraid that it was going to break the mechanism. What I do to get the guns to activate is basically there's a little gear arm, the gear arm, which is at the bottom of the car. I flip that like that, and as you can see, the headlights have of the front of the car have moved, and the machine guns pop out there. This is very good. It looks very good recreation of the guns from the original car visually, but this is definitely the weakest mechanism in the Lego set, in the build, because it doesn't work very well. It's very temperamental. It's susceptible to breaking, but granted, it was a very difficult thing to try and implement with Lego. But I really didn't feel like taking any chances with the gear stick. As you can see, the gear lever's moved to a different position now because of what I've done, and it's very tricky to operate with the with just the gear lever by itself because it's a bit stiff. I don't know if it was because of how I built it or the design flaw in practice, but no, it's very tricky. I'll not going to bother filming putting the guns back, the headlights back into position. I'm going to do that after I've finished and finished filming. Right, now another gadget that I'll show now. Now, if I these are the exhausts. As we can see, the rest of the back of the car is beautifully built. The headlights, everything, the shape, is all wonderful stuff, and the bumpers as well. Now, if I pull this exhaust pipe here, or is it the other one? No, I rotate it like that, and the bulletproof shield comes up. The mechanism here is absolutely really good. It is so good. I'm really amazed at how well the mechanism comes together. It's a bit loose, but if I keep it like that, it should hold up. And what is so all the more amazing at how well the mechanism works, it's if I pop it up again, I can still open the boot of the car, which is really well done. And again, all the gears, all the things I've had to make, all the gears I've had to and mechanisms that I've had to spend time studying and building to get this thing together. I'm amazed at how well it's all come together in the end. Right, now also the tyre slashers, as we can see, the detail on the alloys and everything on the wheels are all absolutely beautiful. The rubber is absolutely tremendous. These are really such robust wheels and are perfect for the car. And here's an example of how to get the tyre slashers to work. Obviously, they can't be replicated as how they were in the film or in other replica models, but I'll just show you these two pieces here. I'll just take those out. Now, the instructions say that you can keep them in the car like that, in the boot. If I take one of these, I'll just carefully pluck one out. Right, okay, this was trickier than I thought it was going to be. I actually had to use a spare piece to try and get one of the pieces out so I could do this. Right, I'll put it on the top like that. I'm not going to do both of them, I'm just going to give you an example. Yep, I'm going to put the tyre shredder on like that. Right, and as we can see, one tyre slasher. Yep, works nicely, looks very detailed. Well, it's a bit of a fiddly gadget to get to work, so
It's just an optional extra if you fancy. Right, and we'll just put that back in position, and again we can open up the boot and put these back where we found them, just in case. Nice. Right, and now the last gadget in this thing. Obviously, the battering ram at the front of the car, the bumper. Obviously, in some models and in the film, the bumper would extend as a battering ram. One of the gadgets. Alas, that feature doesn't work. There's only so much that can be done with Lego. And before you ask, no, there's no oil slick mechanism or anything like that. But even so, but there's still a lot of really good stuff here. And the best gadget I will show you now that has been replicated so well in the in this set. Basically, once the construction is finished, what you can do, I'm amazed at how well this came together. You pull the bumper like that, and the roof, thanks to how brilliant the mechanism is, just slides open off the roof seamlessly, and then you let go, and out pops the seat like that. The mechanism for ejecting the seat and for clearing the roof off, it slides so seamlessly. It really, really is a work of art how they've put this together and how the gadgets have been practically executed. The only downsides, of course, are how tricky the headlight machine guns are to get to work properly. And of course, as you just saw, how tricky the tyre slashers are to get into position. But everything else, it is just absolutely amazing. It's a real work of art. One thing I did love, I was thankful for about the construction stage of this car was how everything is not grey and green. When I was building from the chassis, there was a lot of, there was a significant amount of yellow and red and white pieces, which I was very thankful for because it did help give you an extra sense of clarity when building the set, so you know exactly what pieces to lay down on top of. Again, the instructions are so well detailed in this thing that they really do help put this machine together. So that's that. Right, so overall, this is simply a fantastic, fantastic bit of kit. This is easily the most advanced, difficult Lego set I've ever put together by myself. Really, it truly is for collectors, this thing. If you're thinking of buying it to play around with, you can, but it is a work of thing, and it's a bit of a prized possession, so you don't want your kids anywhere near this thing to play with. It really is one for the collectors and for putting on display and just showing off to all your mates and all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, a top-notch set, and despite there are some niggling flaws in it, the things like the gadgets for the machine guns and the tyre slashers, but these are only little quibbles really. Overall, the detail, how well most of the gadgets work on this thing, it's a work of art, and hats off to all those who at Lego who designed and created this thing. Work of art, and for any and all Lego fans and James Bond fans, I would highly recommend it. Now, be forewarned, this is going to be a very pricey set. This is limited, very limited edition, and if you try looking on John Lewis, eBay, or Amazon, you're going to have a few. They're going to be very expensive. But if you've got spare cash, if you're able to find it, if you're hugely obsessed with Bond and Lego, then definitely recommend it. Overall rating, 10 out of 10. Right, okay, thank you very much for tuning in, guys, for my build of the Lego Aston Martin DB5 James Bond 007. We'll be back again very soon, and we're going to carry on with our reviews for the Arrowverse series. Be sure to check out my other reviews of things like AEW Double or Nothing 2019 on DVD, Doctor Who Out of Time on audiobook, and I'll be with you again very soon. Please click like and subscribe. If you have this set, please feel free to comment on what you thought about the design, the build, the end result, and I'll see you again soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.